Yo, welcome back to another movie, bro. Today, I just got out of the movie Batman, and first thoughts. The movie was very dark. I don't mean from a story standpoint too, but like literally physically, it was dark. Visually, it was dark. The whole fucking thing was so dark. I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, movie theater's dark, the screen's dark. I'm like, what am I seeing? But you still get a sense of what's going on. Even the daytime scenes were kind of like everything was like in a silhouette. It was cool. It was very heroic, very DC. But the story, half the time I couldn't tell if I was watching a new Saw movie or you know what it reminded me of was Seven with Brad Pitt. And I say that because the Riddler wasn't just picking off like random people. He was picking on some scummy people in power. And how in the end, when one of his minions said, "I'm vengeance," which was the same name Batman was using, it was interesting because it was like an Obi-Wan moment. It was like, from a certain point of view, I guess he is. Obviously, those things, what he's doing to those people were fucked up, and it was like literally Jigsaw was doing them. But in a sense, if you look at things always from a different perspective, you can see maybe the other person why they're doing this, and they have a point. Um, the story itself was great. It was a really cool detective-esque movie. You're trying to figure out a whole bunch of shit. There's twists and turns. You're trying to figure out, is it the Penguin? Is he on top? Is the police force on top? Is Falcone on top? And then you realize in the end what it really comes down to. And then the end bit with the Joker, when the Riddler gets caught, dude, that was a nice little touch. And you kind of see their friendship and how they become pals. Now, as for Batman, they really did humanize him. And I dig it. I like it. I like the fact that they made him a little more, human, a little less experienced, a younger Batman. He's been in the game for 2 years, as Commissioner Gordon said, and I think that is like kind of like a almost Empire Strikes Back Luke. Well, yeah, no, like an Empire Strikes Back Luke, pretty much. And then The Dark Knight Rises, maybe even The Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises, he's more like a Return of the Jedi Luke. And I really enjoyed the connectivity between the two Batmans, well, I guess all the Batmans, that we were able to see that he's still kind of figuring things out. Like, he can take a hit. Like, he can take a hit, but he gets kind of fucked up. And, he's not this, like, unbelievably gifted fighter that he turns into being, later in his age, kind of in his middle ages. But right now, he's still figuring things out. You still see that young boy in him who's like not really pulling his punches all that much. He's got a lot of angst and anger and a bit emo-y, but I dug it. I felt like, this is a young Bruce Wayne, trying to now be Batman. His Batmobile was pretty sick, but he doesn't have all the same gadgets that he does later in the Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises and everything, and he's not as grizzled as the Batfleck, and he's just a very green Batman, and I felt it portrayed that really well. I really enjoyed it, actually. For a rating, I would give it 8 out of 10. If I'm going to rate The Dark Knight, I would give that like an 11 out of 10. So this for me falls below The Dark Knight, but still a really good film. I mean, 8's solid. So that being said, yeah, I did enjoy the film. It was 3 hours long, but you don't really feel like it's 3 hours long. It went by really well. The whole plot point and everything was... I actually found it really refreshing that it was like a detective movie, and how, how Batman escaped the police and everything like that. I really enjoyed that too. So all in all, I don't really have any gripes about it. There were maybe a couple things where I'm like, okay, sure, but it's Batman. That's every movie. You're not really going to be like enthralled by every single movie, so... Trying to think if I'm leaving anything out here. I don't think so. And if I do, I'll make a follow-up video. But no, I first impressions, really enjoyed it. It was great. I think you'll enjoy it too if you like Batman. So let me know below if you didn't like it or you did like it. And yeah. So thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you later. Out.